What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Sal, aka Herf, coming at you with episode number 1 of Ion CI. So you may be asking yourself, Sal, what is Ion CI? So maybe you've got one of these brick and mortars near you. They're scattered around. We'll call them CI. They carry a bunch of brands that are proprietary to them, or maybe they got special deals going on and you just ain't quite sure if you're vibing with them. So you kind of just pass them up and you reach for the Olivas and the Fuentes and the Foundations, and you kind of just and they may not be for me. That's what I'm here for. I've actually tried a few of them out that I've only seen at CI. They're not available in other brick and mortars near me. Sometimes you can kind of find them online, but they're really limited. So that's what this little mini series that I thought would be pretty cool is all about. So let's highlight some of those sticks. They could be good, they could be bad, they could be ugly. That's what I'm here for. I'm going to go out, I'm going to pick up a few different wrappers, different blends. Sometimes some of your favorite blenders are behind some of these blends, like this one we're trying today. The one we're trying today is La Herencia Cubana. And Mr. AJ Fernandez is behind this one. Let's get it going.
Welcome to the Herf where the vibes take place. No clouds of hate, just a smoke well just one cigar at a time, go and savor every test. Shine through the brim, man, humble in the quest.
Alright, y'all. So like I previously mentioned, this is coming by way of AJ Fernandez. Yes, sir. The man behind so many of your favorite cigars is behind this one. Found it at CI. I've maybe seen it at one other retail shop, and that's about it. So, a little bit about the La Herencia Cubana, which translates into Cuban heritage. And so what makes this kind of cool is it's AJ, the man behind a lot of your favorite sticks. He's got so many blends out there you probably don't even know. This was one of them. I've only seen it at CI. All right, y'all, so let's get into this CI stick. The La Herencia Cubana, blended by the one and only AJ Fernandez. Now, what is the breakdown of this particular stick? It is a Pennsylvania broadleaf Maduro wrapper with Nicaraguan binder and filler. And the fillers consist of Esteli, Condega, and Jalapa. Now, in my opinion, that is a great flavor profile. I've had previous sticks, I believe it was from the Foundation, Wise Man Maduro, had Condega, Esteli, and Jalapa leaves, and great cigar. Great cigar, and this is showing that. Definitely showing that. Rich espresso, you got the cocoa, got a little bit of cedar in there, you got a little bit of a spice kick, which is famous for AJ, a little bit right up front, and then it tapers off really fast. You don't need 10 minutes into it, maybe 2 to 3. I would say 5 max. And that pepper kind of wears down. It starts blending in a little bit. Again, we're just starting it up, but so far it's got a great burn. It's got a lot of flavor. So what I'm trying to do is just kind of give you guys some options. Like I said, you may walk into your B&M CI and kind of look at these and just say, I just don't know nothing about them. You're gonna go reach for your Oliva, your Fuente, your Foundations, your all your big hitters. But this little guy right here, it's packing some flavor. It's got a sweetness to it. The retro, definitely peppery, which is classic AJ. It's got a little bit of citrus and a cedar note on there, but it ain't nothing that's gonna hurt. Now, this is supposed to be on the fuller end of body as well as strength. So I anticipate this kind of building up a little bit. It's kind of peeking through. It's got the full flavor, Strength-wise, right now, I'm going to go with a medium plus. You know, nothing knocking my socks off just yet, but we've got a long way to go on the stick. So that's what I'm here for. Is this going to be a stick that's at a value dollar price and is going to bring big, bold flavors and kind of satisfy that itch where you can kind of walk in and say, hey, let me grab 2 of those instead of 1 of those. Maybe you want to have 2 during the week. You know, if you're like me, maybe you want to have a couple during the week and then, you know, go out with a banger. Totally cool. But that's what I'm here for. So I've gone out, I've picked up a few sticks that I thought were at least looking great and sounding great on paper. And here I am trying them out, and I'm going to bring them all to you in this little mini series called Eye of the CI. So I'm going to keep smoking this down all the way through the first third, going in the second third, and report back and just kind of fill you in. But right now, solid flavor, robust flavor profile, medium plus strength. I'll check back in with y'all in a little bit. Well, welcome back, y'all. We are here on the La Herencia Cubana, Oscuro, Fuerte. And so breaking it into second, third, definitely want to report back. One, this crazy little burn line we got going on here. Getting a little wild, getting a little out of hand. Up until now, it's been a great burn. But besides that, let's touch on the flavors. So that first third, everything was kind of up front, really robust, really rich. Coming in the second third, they've kind of just calmed down a little bit all the way around. There's still that rich espresso, which is the dominant flavor. There's some earthiness now coming in, some real dark earthiness. Now there's still the sweet tobacco, there's still the chocolate, that cocoa that kind of sits on the tongue, but really, it's really scaled back. The pepper is really only through the retrohale. There's a little bit on the back of the palate when you do that. There's also a touch of leather, a very, very subtle hint of leather. It's there. I don't know. Not sure how I'm feeling about it. I'll definitely say retroing really kind of opens up the flavors a little bit more. But you can't retro every single puff. You're just going to burn the crap out of your nostrils and it ain't going to be a good time. So really, I don't know. I'm kind of in between. The long finish on the palate is nice. It's the rich espresso, it's the cocoa, it's the breadiness. But as you're taking that draw, it's there. I'll definitely say the strength has been building a little bit more. So first third, we're looking about a medium plus. This is probably 2, maybe 3 clicks just above, just right under that full line. It's still a tasty cigar. Don't get me wrong. It's still tasty. The smoke texture is very, very thin. It doesn't produce a whole lot, but it also does not go out. I haven't had to retouch this. So I'm guessing there's quite a bit of Ligero in this to kind of slow the burn down. Again, we're probably looking at about 30-35 minutes on this. Shoot, maybe even 40, and we're just right here on it. So it's a real slow burner. Like I said, I was excited on the first. I'm kind of reeling the back in on the second, but I don't know. Yeah, it's just there right now. The long finish is nice. Don't get me wrong. That long finish will kind of carry you in. This is in the Toro size. So if I didn't touch on that before, it's in the Toro size. So let's take that in consideration as well. Maybe the Robusto would bump up that strength profile. Maybe you get a little more flavors up front in a shorter amount of time. But all in all, it's okay. I'm going to take it down on the final third. We'll give final thoughts. We'll give it a good wrap up, and we'll call it a day. In the meantime, I'll check back in with y'all. Keep smoking on that favorite cigar, and I'll meet you back here in a bit. What's going on, y'all? Final third, final thoughts. We are here on the La Herencia Cubana, Oscuro Fuerte. And so, going into this final third, one, it's getting kind of late for me. But two, we've reached the final third. So, in the second third, I witnessed a significant drop in flavor. Just kind of dulled down for me. But I am glad to say that going into this final third, we got some of those flavors back. So I will say we're continuing on. It's a dark, rich espresso and a dark, rich cocoa leading it on the palate. There is earthiness. That earthiness has stepped up from the first, second. Going into that third, it's definitely more apparent, as well as a little bit more of the leather note. It's not a turnoff for me. I know some people don't really like the leather. It's not overpowering, but it's definitely a bit more. But it doesn't bother me. So I'm kind of glad to report back. Flavors kind of came back. The texture of the smoke actually thickened a little bit. I'm getting a little more smoke output, a little bit more of the smoke heaviness on the tongue a little bit. So that's kind of nice. I'm definitely enjoying that. And then again on the retro, true AJ fashion. It's peppery. It's got a cedar note to it. It's got a little bit of citrus as well. And it's nice. I definitely enjoyed the retro on this. And I think first, second, third, I probably did one, maybe two retros on it just to really get that flavor profile. I didn't want to miss anything. And the long finish is nice. It's still that dark, smooth espresso. It's very rich. And the cocoa, it just kind of sits there. It'll sit there for a little bit and then it just kind of goes away. So, how do I rate the La Herencia Cubana Oscuro Fuerte? Now, being that it seems like it's somewhat of a CI proprietary, I have seen it online on a couple sites. It's something I would reach for again. Now, I probably only do like a 1 or a 2. I probably wouldn't go as far as a 5-pack on these. But for the price, and if you are a full flavored, let me touch on that, is that it is definitely full and we have reached full strength as well. And it's just sitting right there. For the price point, it is a slow burner. I know I talked about the ligero being in there. It's good. It's not great. It's not phenomenal. It is a good cigar. It's something you can pick up a couple of and, have a couple slow burners over the night. It's got good flavor. Again, I've got another one of these. I'll revisit it again as a leisure smoke and see if that second, third dips out on that one. But overall, it's good. Like I said, pick up a 2, maybe not so much a 5, but don't sleep on them. It's blended by AJ. It's coming out the same factory that's putting out the Manowar, the San Latano Oval. So it's got a good track history of some solid cigars getting put out. So there you have it. Keeping your eye on CI. There's gonna be a lot more of these. I got a few more in the humidor. I try to stop by every once in a while and pick something out. But definitely a cool series. If you like the series, be sure to follow, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know your thoughts. Have you tried any La Herencia Cubanas? I have smoked the core, which is a Habano wrapper, versus the Pennsylvania broadleaf. That was good too. I would say this is definitely more of the full. That was more like a medium plus plus, I want to say. And still good flavors. I did that one in the Toro box pressed. If I had to choose between the two, if you ask me right now, I'd probably reach for the Oscuro Fuerte. Little bit more of a flavor profile on that. But anyways, eye on CI. More episodes coming your way. Be sure to tune in. And like I always say, stay blessed. Peace.
Low brand face, shadow has a grin. Torch to the tip, let the journey begin. Puffing on the nose, cocoa to the skin. Cedar whispers through the air so thin. Welcome to the Herf where the vibes stay blessed. No clouds of hate, just a smoke well dressed. One cigar at a time, go and savor every test. Shine through the brim, man, humble in the quest. Ashtray tower, steady stack the crown. Wisdom in the smoke where the truth get found. Every draw divine, every puff profound. Burning logs of patience, keep the faith unbound. Tobacco stories wrapped tight in the leaf. A journey through the senses, joy and relief. No drama, no shadow, just a spiritual reef. Inhale the flavor, exhale the grief. Honey drips on the tip, sweet mixed spice. Smooth glide through the soul, it's the good life. Leather in the air, earth makes precise. Every inhale whispers soft advice. Welcome to the Herf where the vibes take place. No clouds of hate, just a smoke well dressed. One cigar at a time, gon' savor every test. Shine through the brim, made humble in the quest. Welcome to the Herf where the vibes take place. No clouds of hate, just a smoke well dressed. One cigar at a time, gon' savor every test. Shine through the brim, made humble in the quest. Welcome to the Herf where the vibes stay blessed. No clouds of hate, just a smoke well dressed. One cigar at a time, gon' savor every test. Shine through the brim, let humble in the quest.